Dog is eating in the background, so if you hear him eating in the background, I am sorry in advance. It's a bit loud, that one. Oh my god, dog. Evening, Adam. Again, if anybody hears Helios eating, I'm sorry. I tried to turn the background noise thing off, you know. So you shouldn't hear background noise, but in the event that you do, Helios is eating. Ooh. All right, Kayla.
Loser.
Baldy.
Loser.
Oh man. I
How
still
you doing?
I need to figure out how what's wrong with my phone, because literally still to this day it hasn't resolved the issue where I can't see you on my phone, but if I have the live running on my laptop, I can see everything just fine.
Yeah.
No clue what's happening. No
I
clue.
don't know. I mean, at this point, I thought you'd figure it out, or
To use your ear. Nah, probably. I mean, it could be. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it still tells.
95% sure it is.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Oh, let's see here.
Just went up to 96.
Huh?
Just went up to 96.
I just went up to 96.
Percent sure that it's user error. Yeah.
You're so cute.
Yeah. All right. So we're having Stuart come on first, right? And then Christopher James as soon as he gets done with his. Is that the plan?
It went up. That's the plan. Yes, is to have Stuart on first, and then the chief spokesman for
Don't
ABKC will
boost
be
his
on after
head
that.
like that tonight either. I'm not calling him that. I refuse. I refuse.
You're connected.
I absolutely refused. No, he's such a cool dude.
I love having him on, so I'm super excited. He's always a blast, and it's like it feels like almost a roast session every once in a while.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like Bruce might be the only person he doesn't make fun of.
Yeah.
Out of the crew, I think he's the only one that he doesn't throw a little bit of fun shade at.
And tonight he definitely needs to do that.
Throw some shade?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I'm all for it.
Yeah, you're like, I'm
Bruce like,
ready. Roast me. Did you know that was a thing? Like back when X was still Twitter, people like companies would go to Wendy's Twitter and they would be like, roast me. And they did. There's you can actually like see their responses. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Bruce, we're talking about like Wendy's, their Twitter, people would go to their Twitter and purposefully say, hey, Wendy's, roast me. And they had some really good comebacks. It was fantastic.
Like Wendy's, like the restaurant?
Yes, like the restaurant. Yeah, like the McDonald's Twitter would be like, hey, Wendy's, roast me. Or, another company that is not food and beverage related at all would be like, hey, roast me. And whoever managed Wendy's Twitter, man, yeah, they deserve a promotion and a comedy tour, because that was, man, they had a lot. You could tell they had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. And if they do it right, like you can bring a lot of following to you just by doing that. Like your
Oh,
name
absolutely.
constantly, like it's advertisement. Your name's constantly in front of them.
Oh yeah. So it was definitely something fun that I haven't. I know that at one point I posted a series of them. Now I just have to wait every year for it to pop back up on my timeline and my memories to be like, hey, look how funny this is. Wait, hold up. It won't. No, and you're not even showing up as a viewer, Bruce. Like, so it won't even let me add, or it won't even show you as a viewer for me to add. Oh, there you go, Bruce. 1 second. This person isn't able to join because of technical issues. Looks like you have to hop back in, Bruce. Damn, this is at least you're consistent.
It's a weekly occurrence between you two now.
I feel like this sucks as far as like, I swear, like that's just become the pattern, is that he tries to join and it'll act like it's going to let him, and then it's like, oh, just kidding. So Nakai posted something earlier about some naughty behavior from from Levi and Teddy, and was asking us to figure out which one of them did which naughty thing.
Yeah, that was funny. That was good.
Oh, I was sitting there thinking, like, definitely Teddy on all of them, definitely Teddy. And then I was like, wait a minute, no. It's definitely got to be like
one or two people got it right, but it was. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah,
it was good.
Say don't tell.
Yeah, because I want to make sure someone did get it right before I say something. I don't know if she said something, so I like that she did that.
No, yeah, I saw her mention that.
It's good content. It's good pictures. It's like she's a wizard with social media and marketing. I like it.
Oh yeah, no, that was
like we were talking about with Wendy's. Like marketing is so important, and putting the right content and getting people engaged and getting that following. Yeah. Like it's very important in today's age, because social media rules the. It's the media rules the media. Like that's what it's become.
Absolutely. It'll change people's perspective, and so it's definitely moving, very, very moving. Bruce, it's still not showing you up as somebody I did throw an invite your way. I don't know if that makes any difference. If you have to literally uninstall Facebook, is that what you had to do last time? I think that's what he said he had to do last time. He had to uninstall the app entirely and then reinstall it.
Travis Gasper, tonight we got Stuart Flagg coming on. He's promoting the show. Then we got Christopher James, aka Boy with the Kid, coming on, and that's going to go a plethora of different ways. His emceeing his show that he just had, talking about the history of it, how he promotes it, how he promotes himself with Bully in the Bag, how he is I said I wasn't going to say this, but the spokesperson for ABKC, because it's constant promotion that he does. Yeah. Constant promotion, and there's so many different ways. And really go, like I said, a plethora of different ways with it, and honored to have him on. He's always been a big supporter of our lives, pretty much views every Tuesday. Says something. I know he's a busy man. Bruce, no visor, my boy.
Hey, I did that so you have something to talk about tonight. That's why I ain't put it on.
He's like, I don't want you talking about it.
Yeah.
Y'all are
Hey,
still
look.
getting mean about it,
Hey,
so I'm not gonna do it.
I was catching the end of that. Y'all was saying somebody don't play with me or something. Who was y'all talking about?
Oh, we're saying that
Oh,
Christopher James needs to start
yeah, he
coaching
roasts
you
all of
tonight.
us except for you.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm
Christopher
scared
James.
of him or it's just a certain level of respect. I have no idea what it is, but I do know you're the only person he doesn't roast.
I guess, hey, I
Yeah.
guess because I don't know, a lot of people don't know how to take me. You know what I'm saying? Because hey,
He
I
you're
don't say
really not
much.
getting
Yeah, they say I be mean mugging and all that. Caleb, I'm gonna have to put my hat on, man. I don't feel right.
that. Dude, wear what you want.
But
Just
watch, he's putting a Cowboys
let him
visor on.
sway
Watch.
you.
Not
He's in the
tonight, not a
Cowboys.
Cowboys
Oh,
night.
hey, because I was gonna set it up perfect for Bully the Kid because he's a big Eagles fan, so he was gonna.
Hey man,
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
feel
I will say he may or may not roast you tonight. Then if you put on the Cowboys
Yes.
sponsor, it might be on. It
oh
might be
shit.
on.
Yeah, but hey, is Stewart on?
I have not seen him yet. One second,
I
let me
tagged
scroll
him
back.
and Sean and Doug, but
Okay,
start diving into a little bully talk, so people are like, all right, these people are just talking.
I
But
know, right? Mm.
yeah, Stewart Flag show is coming up May 24th, Louisville, Kentucky. Hey,
Oh,
the three of us are
oh.
actually going to be the fun show judges. There goes Bruce, and so it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of XLs coming out over there. I know Brandon Hamilton. I know Sarah Roach. She was talking about it. Landon Phillips, I believe, is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Stuart Flagg, Doug Schaffner, Sean Fredericks, all of them, of course, coming. Hopefully, Skits will pop out with his XL.
Oh, that'd be neat.
But a lot
That'd be neat.
of XLs. So hey, if you got XLs, if you got dogs, period. Nikki Lynn's going to be there. I know she lives very close. Professional handler, like incredible breeder as well. So
Yes.
a lot of different classes. Y'all pop out. Hey, Landon Phillips has a show that he's actually being the fun show judge this weekend, the 17th. I believe that's around that same area. Landon, if you could drop the flyer or drop the website to actually lead to that, because I forget exactly
Yeah,
where
like
that's
tag
at.
the yeah, tag the event for sure because we definitely want to make sure we're putting it out there.
Yes, and Amanda, I know someone tagged you today saying something about like the ABKC shows. So when are they and
Yeah.
where are
So,
they?
so you've got actually you got I want to say two this month two or three this month and then one in June. So you have I think the it's your show. Car- uh,
The Carolina.
yeah,
Anthony
yeah,
Gray is hosting it. I forget
yeah.
exactly what he calls it too, but it's like the 10th one, something like that. That he's
It's
doing.
I feel so stupid right now. Um, I don't know. There's an event for it. There has to be. There absolutely has to be. I can't see it here. Um, Care Bowl or something like that. It's not the bully convention, the Carolina Bully Convention. It might be something else, but because I don't want to put that up there and then be wrong. But there's also an East Texas one, um, and
Pennsylvania.
then the Allentown. The Allentown one is kind of special because that one I think is the longest running ABKC show, annual show that they have. It's the longest running one. It's been up and running for like 14 years.
14.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one in
Yes.
Allentown. Mm-hmm.
Leroy, how are those puppies doing? Beautiful puppies.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Those babies are so cute. I was just like, just keep on bombarding me with puppy pictures. I'm here for it.
Yes. Hey, Teddy's first litter hit the ground yesterday.
Yeah, I seen him.
Oh, okay,
Shout out
yeah.
Kyle Brown. Those are some monsters. Like I told him to get him weighed. He hasn't sent me any weight or anything like that. When they were first born, there's just two of them. Both of them are males. One of them is a chocolate tri merle, and one of them looks just like a chocolate boy. Now the tan points might come in, so I haven't put eyes on them yet. So it might be a chocolate try, it might just be chocolate, but yeah, 2 monsters. Like when the vet saw him on X-ray, he's like, "Oh, C-section." Like there's no way she's pushing these puppies out. And of course, with 2 of them, of course they're gonna be feeding a lot, things like that. But
Yeah.
he sent me videos of him actually holding them in his hand, and those are some big old puppies. It's so very, very excited. Can't wait to see him. He's got another X-ray on Friday for Craig Witt. So hopefully his girl's pregnant too. It's been looking very promising. So, and then I got to get a hold of Giovanni, see about his girl, because there's another confirmed litter that's supposed to be dropping here in like a week off Teddy's. So Teddy's definitely doing his thing. A few females are coming in heat right now. Mulatto is actually in heats. So it's no surprise. We've said this, we marketed the breeding last time. I'll market it this time too. I'll go ahead and say it. She's going to Teddy. That's Levi's mom. I can't wait. That is going to be some monsters. Some beautiful, structurally sound with the pedigree that we're building, it's gonna play a big part in the future, like doing this breeding. So it's a very, very big breeding for us here at Bully Pride Productions, and we're very excited about it. Kiki's swelling up. She's coming in too. So she will be going to Teddy as well. So yes, here she is right here. Sure. This is where she is like every Tuesday night.
Man, you finna breeder? I thought you was gonna complete showing the first.
Huh? You cut out.
I thought you was gonna complete. I thought you were gonna grand champion the first before you breed her.
I championed her. Like shoot, that was the plan. Like she turned 2 just actually a couple days ago. And so the champion, like I was wanting to make sure that we get the champion title in before, and it was perfect timing. Like it really was. So it was cool. Like, because I didn't know if she was gonna make it. Like she was actually a few weeks late on her heats, and she's pretty regular with it. So I was nervous that she was gonna come in before the ABKC show. Like the goal was to champion her out in ABKC before we breed her.
Yeah.
Like we want that title and that registry, and completed it because I was gonna hunt every ABKC show until she went in the heat and until she got it. And I'm so blessed that she did it in Georgia.
You talking about timing?
Yeah,
God,
it was so surreal too. That first show, like it was. We got there, it was like 15-20 minutes before. I had the girls. Man, my biological dad was there. Like I haven't seen him in 7 years. Like actually came with someone to buy a puppy off us, so they came to the show with us. Nakai was out of town. I hate that, but it was just a lot going on. And then the first show, she goes in there, wins her age group, wins best female, and then wins best overall classic. And there was a classic 1 to 2 classic class was 12 dogs.
Dang. Yes. Very impressive. Very impressive. So she earned that hard, man. She earned that hard. It was
the male that she actually won against for the best overall classic actually championed out right before they went in the ring together, because that was the champion win he needed when he won his age group or won the best overall male. So she actually, and that's no jab at the owner by any means. I don't want that to be taken like that. She actually beat a champion and then she actually got a show in the champion class that day in the 3rd show. And it was cool because they were split classes, and man, what an honor to share the ring with some people that day. Like there were some dogs and there were some handlers.
Yeah.
Molly Flukes going head to head for best classic in the 2nd show. Like, what an honor. What an honor. Like, and I told her, like, I was stacking Kiki, and I'm like, Molly, you're gonna have to work for it. You ain't getting it easy. But then after, like, man, hugged her neck, like we embraced each other after, and it was just all love. Like it was gonna be hard to beat that boy. I think that was Otis' son, grand champion Otis' son. So like looking back, you see the handler, you see the dog, you're like, shit.
They always tell you, like, you don't need to care about who else is in the ring. I'm like, it's like I guess I absolutely care who else is in that ring.
Yes. But it was, like I said, it was an honor. Like, and there's certain few people that I've got to share the ring with, and it's just like, man, I will always remember that. Win, lose, draw, like we win because the respect is there and just the camaraderie, and just, man, looking for the bullies. Like Jose Lucero, another one. You two, like, got to share the ring with you two. Like, it was cool. Got to share the ring with Nakia. Like this, this last weekend. Like, it's cool. There's certain people that I cherish that moment. And,
Yeah.
like, and then I'm able to look back on that and be like, man, I really, really enjoyed that moment. Like, it was cool. Like, because that's something you can always look back on because everyone can't have that moment.
That's right.
Oh, for sure. Oh, Molly's. We were just talking about you, girl.
Yeah, Molly.
You got him scared to death.
Hey, and then it was cool because in Georgia, like Marco Suarez came out. And what an honor to be able to see him in the skin and be able to talk to him and see him in action. He was actually showing that day.
Yep.
So Molly was actually showing against Marco, like their two dogs showing against each other.
Yeah.
And I remember Joe Lindsay coming over there, and he's like, "Hey, like, do you not see this showdown going down over here?" Because I'm running my mouth. I think it was actually when I was talking to Shotgun's owner. Like, yeah, imagine that. If you see me at a show, like, prepare to be talked to, and like hold a conversation because I'm going to. Like, I like to talk dog. It excites me. And I like just the positivity and the excitement of being at a show. It's a different feeling. There's all these Facebook critics that look at these lives and things like that, but when you're actually there, it's so engaging. It's fun. And if you go to the right show, it's like family. And this last 2 weekends ago at Cinco de Mayo, it was a family affair. And there's another one coming up June 14th that's going to be like that in Birmingham, Alabama. Shanika White. May 24th, Stuart Flag. I'm sure he's going to have the same feel. Like, we're going away from our town, but I'm sure it's going to have the hometown feel still too. Just because the way he's making it and the way that his family's involved and the way that there's multiple families involved. June Williams coming out there as well. Like, it's going to be fun.
Yes.
But if y'all don't go to shows, look at them.
Yeah, I'm definitely waiting for that one, man. We ain't got far away, man. Have you made your motel reservation?
No, I haven't.
You better get on it.
Have you? Either one of you?
I'm waiting on.
I'm just not going to drive out day up. Like, I'm not staying the night. I'm driving in, driving out.
Bruce, let's look at him.
You said that last week. I'm trying to wait to see what room. I mean, what motel he's gonna be at. You said he's gonna reach out to Stuart, so I'm waiting on you. But
Stuart's supposed to be coming on. Like, he was actually supposed to come on 23 minutes ago. So when he comes on, we'll ask him. All right. Hey, so Shanika White's is June 7th. All right. Correction. Big Band's is June 14th.
The other, there's a, yes, Big Band's, yeah. Let's see here.
Hey, and then me, Amanda, and Bruce are going to be the fun show judges May 24th in Louisville. June 7th, me, Amanda, and Bruce, another Bruce, are going to be the fun show judges of Shanika's show.
I was about to say, no,
Less 5 minutes.
Hey, I'll be there, though. I'm still gonna be there, though.
You're going to be there? Awesome.
Oh, good. No, we'd love to see you there.
Yeah,
so that's
Bruce
good.
Blevins, I believe his name. And that was so funny at the last show. We're like, wait, your name's Bruce? Like, for real? And I was like, it's like the three like, it's perfect. And he was just,
you couldn't have made that up.
The same vibe. Like, it was just instantly, like, the three of us became very, very connected on every decision. And then Dwight was there as the MC. It was a good show.
Yeah. Adam, I'm tired of keeping y'all in line. Oh, Tony, the one that's in Longview, I think that's the East Texas, right? Do you have can you tag that event? I was trying to find it, but I couldn't remember what the name of it was. If it was called the East Texas something or other, but whenever I was trying to tag it, it did not show up. It's next weekend, this weekend, next weekend.
We went there 2 years ago when Genesis. My
Yeah.
aunt actually lives like 30 minutes away from there, and actually came and saw us in the parking lot at that show. So it was really really cool. I would love to make it, but we're probably not going to. You know, with Genesis, we were hunting down every show, so we went everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere. Levi, like we were gonna do the same, but he did it very very quick. Literally champed in 2 shows on the 24th. But now we have China, like, but she's probably coming in. You know, Kiki just champion, but she's coming in. So now it's tough with females.
Yeah.
Like you got to base your shows around like how your female heats are coming and things like that. And Levi with him
I mean,
championing, like
right.
Levi, we will bring him back out to ABKC, but we're gonna let him mature before we put him in the champion class. Like we're gonna do right by him. Like he is a beautiful XL. He's not lost against any XL in ABKC at all.
Yeah.
At all. Like any age group, any gender, his age group, like it's crazy. Like he's doing his thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, the champion class is a completely different realm of competition, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't
So
even, yeah.
let him mature a little more, and we're gonna bring him out because he has the qualities to grand champion. But it's just got to be the right timing. He's not even 2 years old yet. He turns
Yeah,
2
I
August
absolutely.
1st.
When?
August
When did you say?
1st.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Oh,
still
yeah.
a young lad. Hey, Exodus. Joe's been talking very, very highly of Exodus. He said his rear got as thick as his front. That's another Genesis son. That's actually Genesis' very first son. Me and him share the same birthday. Like he was the first puppy that was ever born on Genesis. Came back from the
Who was
beach,
the
and there he
mother on that one?
was, Princess. Genesis
Couldn't remember the first breeding.
sire's littermate sister. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's something to be said about kind of waiting it out and waiting for them to develop. I know that and Christina Mattis, like she actually, that's what she did with Romeo. Like she brought
Yeah.
him out initially, and he was still young, and like he did well, but she was like, no, I know he can do better. I'm gonna wait. So she like
Yeah.
sat him out for like, God, it was anywhere from 6 months to a year. Just let him sit. And then brought him out and took him to and then campaigned him all the way up to nationals, and he was just
That's
killing
what she's
it.
doing now.
Mhm.
Me and her just talked at this last show.
Yep.
Like she's bringing Romeo back out,
Mhm.
but it's gonna be next year. Like
Yes.
so,
He's
just
gonna be
wait. Like
good.
that boy looked crazy, and he was what, 2? So he's gonna be like
Yeah.
4-ish. Like when he comes back out,
He's
maybe a little before, a little
gonna be
after. I'm not
gnarly
sure.
now.
But
He's
yeah,
gonna be
that's you got to know when to bring your dogs out. You only have one introduction. You only have one true run. Like that
yes.
run's fun when you bring a dog out that can compete with the best of the best.
Oh,
It's fun because
my God.
now you're hunting show. Like if you bring a dog out that's not ready, you lose motivation to bring them. You lose the motivation to go to shows because you don't want to be in there and losing. Like to be blunt with it, like no one
Right.
wants to lose. Like yeah, you take your lumps, you take your L's, and you turn them into lessons.
Right.
But you have to have the right product to be able to show, and then show the right product correctly, and that's when the show bug bites.
Oh
and
yeah.
it bites,
When
and
he's
then
over.
yes.
Yeah, at that
Keyshawn,
point.
what's up, my boy?
When-
Hey, I'm looking forward to the live that Keyshawn comes on. He's very, very, very positive, influential person in the bully game. Bully
Oh,
versus, I love the positivity in it. I love what he's doing. Keyshawn Holmes, big fan of you, man. Really, really
oh
good
yeah.
dude.
Now,
Oh yeah.
and what's really, really neat is that like he and I clicked very, very well. Like this last show we were talking, we were talking at Cinco, and I found out that he's got a history in hospitality. He and his family, like so they all do it. And so like his persona, his positivity, his friendly nature makes perfect sense now. Like
Yeah.
after finding out, that about him, I was like, okay, now
Yeah,
I
he's a
see it.
manager of like a major hotel
So GM.
in
Yeah.
Pensacola. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like,
Hey,
oh my
Candy
God.
said after Thursday, I'll be announcing my next show.
Oh, nice.
And Candy, awesome. Salute to you. Let's give Candy Avila her flowers. Incredible Cinco de Mayo, and I believe it's okay to talk about this because I've heard her talking about this on a live. She will be actually hosting an ABKC show, and I believe that's coming to Alabama. So Candy, huge respect to you. Like, she's gone up the chain talking to people that have actually granted everything. They actually reached out to her.
Yep.
The hierarchies of ABKC. And want her
absolutely.
to host shows for ABKC. So that's happening very soon. So she said after Thursday. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's Friday, Saturday,
Andalusia.
Sunday.
Andalusia is south. That's like down near like the Foley, Mobile area, right?
Well,
Am
no,
I?
Andalusia's a little north of us, but so a little
Okay.
north of Atmore area, a little south of Troy, just south of
Oh,
Troy.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Just
in the realm of things.
I'm curious, man, because I wonder if she gonna still run up on the Cinco de Mayo. I'm curious.
Well, Candy Avila. How about real quick?
Let's go.
Let's let when Christopher James
Well, we're
comes
waiting
on, let's
for
kick her ass
Christopher
out.
James.
Let's kick her ass
Yeah, because
out. I'll be
I
glad
wanna
to.
because I wanna know, man. Is it
Let's
gonna
bring
be
her
any
on.
more, Cinco de Mayo?
Well, I mean, but that's the thing, though. Is like I don't know if she's ready to make that announcement yet. She just said, "Hey,
Hey,
as
she
of
said,
Thursday, I'll make
I
hold up,
don't
but
care. Let's send her the invite. Send her.
like, want it now."
No, Candy is my dog, so there's a lot of internal jokes that go
Oh,
on. So please, I'm not a dick to
yeah.
her. Like,
She's so good for it. She's so good for it. Oh, yeah, for
and
sure.
she's gonna come on and talk some crazy, stupid stuff.
I am gonna talk crazy, stupid stuff. I'm gonna punch you in your face.
I think that's a common.
You knew that was
sentiment
coming.
when you look
Oh my
at
god.
Caleb. You're like,
I look like a hot mess, so that's why I didn't come on camera.
I know.
And I won't
You
Caleb
normally
busting at me
do.
about me smoking.
You normally do, but hey.
But
hey,
yeah,
Candy,
so
yeah, come on with it.
it's been going. The talk's been going on for about a year now. And it was a really hard choice to make, but my dream's always been with ABKC. I tried to get in with them to host. I don't even think I was a year in Bullies yet. And Rob Corn, I was like, Rob, let me host the show, man. He's like, no. And then now it's like, we need more ABKC shows. Like, there's a lot of BRC shows, and
which is awesome. Thank you.
I respectfully, love BRC. We will continue to support BRC. We'll continue to show them BRC, and all that. But ABKC's always been my dream, from day one.
Candy, let me ask you this. Cinco de Mayo, okay?
Yes, we will be having Cinco de Mayo 3.
But
God willing, and
is it gonna be on the
that'll be
ABKC?
yes, it'll be ABKC.
Okay. All right.
So bear in mind, Bruce, Cinco de Mayo, it was the one that she hosted. It was ICBR, and then there was a year missing there.
Well, the April show was the spring break show that I didn't do Cinco de Mayo that year.
Because they would be too close. So so she did a different show and moved that, and then
this year
next year it was BRC, which is the most recent one. So next year it'll still be synced.
God willing, we're going to have Cinco de Mayo every year. That'll be our trademark show for the year. But I am planning. That's what I'm trying to do right now. That's why I'm coming down to Andalusia Thursday. Nakaya is going to go with me to the venue to look at it. What? See, don't you love the connection that I have with your wife, Caleb?
No, I don't at all.
Hey, you better, because she keeps me out of a lot of trouble, and you know that.
Oh, yeah.
But so we're going down to look at the venue Thursday. I have to be there at 1:00. But Diana Perez is the one that turned me on to the venue.
Yeah.
I've already talked to them. I've already set up an appointment to go look at it Thursday. I've already got the prices, great prices. And from what I'm understanding from what Diana said, it's 4 times the size of Troy.
I've heard.
So,
Matthew Gibbs told me about it.
I think we'll be able to, especially with ABKC, like no matter what we want to say or what we want to do, ABKC is always going to be the mother registry of the bullies.
Absolutely.
And I just want to start off with this. I'm going to try to do a fall show this fall. It's not going to be huge like Cinco de Mayo, but we're going to try to do a fall show. I'm going to try to do like between 30 and 40 booths. So we'll probably have a lot of room in the venue, but that'll be a good thing. And at that venue, Luis will be able to cook his tacos for Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, baby.
Listen, he's telling me to hush my mouth. But yeah, he will be cooking his tacos from now on at Cinco de Mayo.
Good. That was devastating. I mean, not that the smash burgers weren't great, but I'm telling you, there's just really nothing like Louis.
Huge disappointment. Huge disappointment. I'll just be frank about
I was
it.
sad. I cried as I ate my burger.
I told him too.
Bruce, the first time you came, he had cooked tacos, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really.
My favorite is Corey Latham walking around with a bag of Doritos with like Luis's like mix put in there, and he's just eating it out of the bag. And I'm like,
literally.
Hey, look, those bags
pack.
were supposed to be like to feed 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
Corey ate a whole one by himself.
Whole bag.
Yeah, but yeah,
funny.
so we're gonna do that, and then I've already got my ribbon orders in. I'm already on the ball, man. We're gonna try to pull this off. It's gonna be September, maybe September. We're looking at October 11th and November 8th, I believe. Because BRC Nationals is the 28th and 29th. That was going to be another date, but I just seen that today that's that weekend, so we cut that weekend out.
Yeah.
There is an August date that she has open for the venue, but I don't know if that's too early.
Well,
I don't know if I can pull it
That's
off.
a quick turnaround. That's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that going to put that?
Well, I mean, my first Cinco de Mayo, I did it in about 3 months, so it'd be about the same time. It wouldn't be impossible, but I'd be pushing it. Yeah.
Well, then go ahead and do it. I'll hear you complain about it every night when you're phone with the guy. Oh my God! All right.
Again,
All right,
punch him in the face.
Christopher James is on. Is watching. Candy, get your ass out of here.
Hey, I'll see you Thursday, butthead.
All right, bye. All right, Candy.
Zero effing truth, this guy. Zero truth.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shoot. Caleb, you crazy, man.
Chris, I don't know.
Hey, I gotta beat her to it. You should hear the way she talks to me sometimes. Like as soon as I walk in, she'll be like, "Shut up."
Button up. Button up.
I'm just like, oh my God.
Hey, Chris, I'm having a difficult time. Like it's doing the same thing it was doing with Bruce earlier, where I think you have to hop out and then hop back in, and because when I hit the invite, it said it couldn't add you for technical issues. It's done that with Bruce a couple times, so I think you have to hop out.
Every time it did that, I had to shut my whole phone down and start over.
Really?
Power it down. I had to
Just
power it all the way down.
and hopping back in. That's really crazy.
I tried that. It would never work like that. So
no. That's a pain in the butt. I'm sorry. Oh, here, I'm gonna send you an invite, Chris. So hopefully it'll say, hey, she wants to bring you on camera.
There it is.
There it is.
Yo.
What's up?
What's up, bully?
Yes, what's up, Chief ABKC Spokesperson?
Let's get it started, man. Here
Hey,
it
look, man,
goes.
look. Hey, look. The last time I had to work, I wasn't on, so somebody had to take my spot. But man, it's nice meeting you, man, and I love
Oh,
what
it's
you do.
nice meeting you too. I'm glad that someone's working because Caleb just doesn't.
Bruce, it's really not nice meeting him. Trust me, you'll realize that. But it was respectful of what you just said.
You know what? You know what? I'm very glad that you said that it was nice to meet you.
I told him it was going to be a roast session. He needed to be ready. I was glad he was already sitting down because this is going to hurt.
No, it's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that his wife still has him in the basement. Do you sleep in separate rooms?
Depends on the nights. Depends on the night.
Oh shoot!
I
Oh,
mean, your kids are absolutely beautiful because I didn't know they did AIs with humans, but clearly they did. This man has never been in the bedroom ever.
oh
You just
my
collect them and
God.
it's
Oh
cool.
man!
They're beautiful. They are
That is
beautiful. I'm
hilarious.
glad it
Oh,
was
yeah.
Hey, I appreciate
surgical, I'm
that.
sure.
I said I appreciate that. But hey, Christopher James, Bully the Kid. A lot of times we have you on here, we're talking about promotion, we're talking about something different. I want to know where it all started with you, like where it started with the Shorty Bulls, where it started with ABKC, where it started with Bully in the Bag, where it started with Bully the Kid, the name. Let's dive into you.
You know what? It started a long time ago. I got into the bully world in 2008. I started showing dogs in 2002. Damn. That was a long time ago.
Hold up.
Yeah, old. I'm officially Unc for real. They call me Unc all the time. I don't really embrace it, but I guess that's it. But no, I started then. I got my start because I wanted to do radio. I was doing radio at a little station called here, Hot 97.5 in Atlanta, and I was too old, believe it or not, to do intern stuff. I was already out of school,
You were
and
already
I wanted
too
to.
old. Damn.
So you were already old.
Well, at the time, being old was like 27, 26. I was too old to do radio as an intern.
Yeah. Yeah.
So of course I was really good, probably the best ever to do it. And they told me that I should do internet radio, and I didn't want to do internet radio. I thought it was like a slap in my face. Like, you know, I was good enough to be on the radio. Like I knew Ludacris, Chris Bridges
Right.
at the time. He was on the radio.
Nice.
A lot of people in Atlanta were on the radio at the time. So I was like, oh, I'm good enough. Well, anyway, I ended up doing Bully Talk Radio at the time, which was Blog Talk Radio on the internet. I did not like American Bullies. I thought they were a total abomination of the American Pit Bull Terrier. I thought they were just monstrosities. Like I was anti, you know.
Yeah.
But I liked money. I did like money. So they asked me to come and do educational stuff, and I wanted to write for a Tom and Dog magazine. I started writing for magazines and stuff like that. And then I fell in love with the community. I fell in love with the community before I fell in love with the dogs. The dogs for me were ass backwards at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you have pit bulls and then you look at an American bully, you're like, and we still have people that were calling them pit bulls, and that was my issue. Like, it would be like me calling a Shorty Bull a Frenchie. If you have a French bulldog, you're going to be insulted and upset because they're not that. But the moment I call them Shorty Bulls, you don't have any reason to be upset anymore because they're not Frenchies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the same thing I felt like with the exotics. I never wanted an exotic, but my problem was when exotics would call themselves American bullies, it would upset me. But when they called themselves a different breed, it never bothered me because, hey, you know, if that's what you like, then cool. You can call it Golden Doodle anything except a Golden Retriever. You know what I'm saying? If you don't call it Golden Retriever, why am I mad? If you don't call it a poodle, but if you say it's something different, then everyone has a right to, in my mind, try to create something. You know, there was never a time where I believe that dog breeds were done involving there will never be another dog breed after the Shih Tzu. That's the last one ever. No, that's not the way it works. So I always knew there would be new dog breeds. So the Shorty Bull came because I got an American bully. He was beautiful, but I didn't fall in love with him. It was too close to a pit bull. So I got into Shorty Bulls in 2010. And a Shorty Bull won Best in Show at Nationals under Ron Ramos, Fat 50 in Atlanta. And I wanted something different. And I wanted to dominate the show ring. So I got one and I did that. I won 40 in a row. I won over 50 Best in Shows. It was I talked a lot of shit. It was a lot of fun. Because that's what ABKC,
Yeah.
I tell people ABKC was different, man. It wasn't supposed to be AKC. It wasn't supposed to be
Yeah.
what AKC is. It was supposed to be fun. It was supposed to be like, I always compared it to the NBA and one basketball. If you're familiar with and one, like and one was the crossovers, bouncing balls off people's heads, disrespectful.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was totally different.
The
But the NBA was
professor.
like pick and roll and things like that. So I really embraced the community of the American Bully. I thought there was so much passion and love and opportunity. So I started doing that. I did a little TV on Animal Planet. I did more radio stuff, more writing and things like that. So the American Bully Kennel Club was just something that I fell in love with altogether. Just stop talking about Shorty Bulls. Look, man, Shorty Bulls were the best. You know, when I got Shorty Bulls, they were amazing. And now, you know, shout out to Kira and John for Blaze and what he's doing. But, you know, they know Cassius was first. Cassius was the GOAT. And, you know, Blaze, you know, I'm a big historian, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when I think about Shorty Bulls, I always think about, to be great, you got to be great. You know what I'm saying? And Blaze is like an amazing Shorty Bull, but there's not a lot of competition for Blaze. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to run through a lot of Shorty Bulls. You know what I'm saying? There's not. He's the best of the best, and that's kind of happened in the American Bully. You know, a little bit. We were spoiled with dogs like Bear, who were so dominant, and Zero, who were so dominant, and Blue, who was so dominant.
Yeah.
You know, and then now we're in a situation where we have dogs that are actually competing. And shout out to my boy Brad with Mac. You know, shout out to Hannah with Piggy.
Yeah.
Shout out to, you know, Oxygen, I think, picked up 3 best of breeds right now. He's in the running for #1 dog. That's a lot of disparity between, you know, competition. So it's a different time in the American Bully. We don't have a true dominant dog. We don't have somebody that's just kicking ass and taking names every weekend. So that's what I did, man. I really got involved with the American Bully that way. And then education came, and nationals and emceeing and all that, and Bully in the Bag was just a byproduct of, I always wanted to make money, man. I've always worked for myself. So when there was a niche that could be filled and you can create a business, that's always good. You wanna be able to make money with what you love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my days of doing porn were over, so I couldn't do that anymore. So might as well dogs. You know, do what you love. Do what you love. I love that. But
Oh, so Bully in the Bag,
really
how did that come about, and exactly what is it for people that are watching? Because you don't do a lot of promotion, but you do a lot of business.
I do. I don't do hardly any promotion. It's completely word of mouth. So Bully in the Bag started like any business, just with opportunities. One of my friends who's in the NFL called me. He wanted a dog delivered. He said, "Yo, I'll give you $1,000 to take a dog for me." He did. Then I had another athlete and another person, until it became more word of mouth. And I treat my clients very well, and I'm very customer service based. So I became a really top flight nanny, and I enjoyed it. Right now I have 2 other employees, two employees for me. I'm looking to hire other people. So if they're listening and somebody wants to be a flight nanny, they can come work for Bully the Kid. I pay $250 to $300 a trip. And it's mainly because I don't like flying anymore. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I do.
Hold on the bones.
You know what? I do a lot of it. I do a lot more international now. I work with a lot of other companies that send me business, so I stay real busy. But Bully in a Bag just started as Bully the Kid with a bag and a puppy in a bag, and delivering them all over the world. And it picked up. Like anything, it started off illegally. I was using. I mean, look, man, I'm completely honest.
No,
Hey, look, at least you honest.
But I love
I'm
how
gonna be
you
honest,
like everything started this way.
like most businesses didn't start off illegally. I had flight benefits, so it was easy for me to fly. It was free, and I was like, fly standby. Most flight nannies do this. It's not, that's what they do. Yeah. If you find a flight nanny that tells you they'll ship a dog for $300, $400, trust me, they're doing it illegally. Like they're using their benefits. I mean, obviously. So I was doing it that way, and I did 600 deliveries in a year. And obviously, I got busted, and when that happened, the person involved got fired. They got fired. They were mad, and then I decided I was going to do it. I was going to do it legally. So I book flights now, and it's actually, my business is better because now I actually buy tickets. I actually have itineraries. Like, you pay more money to use me, but you get better service and it's more guaranteed.
He
You know
doesn't
what
have
I'm
to
saying?
look
Like,
over his shoulder anymore.
Well, you never had to look over your shoulder. It's like, I meet flight attendants every day that want to work for me. I mean, I've got flight attendants that ask for me to hire them because I have such a big database of breeders. You got to think, like, if you just work for an airline, you don't really know the number of breeders that I know. You're not going to be able to get business enough to clear 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for me, it's easier to do, and I deal with high-end clients, you know what I'm saying, that
Yeah.
they have pretty good money, so I like it. But I'm just being honest. That's how it started.
Yeah. So the people that you're looking for to hire, they need to live close to an airport, and then are international flights, or those more?
Yeah, I prefer they have
more?
to live. They can live anywhere as long as they're willing to get
Yeah.
to the airport.
Yeah.
I prefer to hire people that are lighter complexion, white, and reliable.
Hey, boy, you straight to the point, eh?
No, I'm
You want to
joking.
make
I'm
it
joking.
detailed. You're like lighter complexion, to be exact, white.
Women. No, I'm joking. I have all
That's true.
types,
It's so massive, but it's so
No, I do.
time.
I have not hired a black person, but I will.
I like you, man. You don't hold back.
No.
I like you.
No, I do. So no, really, I would hire anyone. I don't want to be canceled. I don't think you can be canceled for hiring white people, though. It's perfectly legal. Perfectly legal. Plus, I like when they call me master and stuff. Like,
Oh, God.
what? That's my job title. That's what they call me.
Oh my gosh!
I'm the
They have
boss.
to call you master to work for you.
No, it's master, not master. You could call Casey, bro. It's MASSA.
In fact, the T is
No T.
mass.
The T is silent.
Oh,
Say
man.
Oh
it.
gosh!
What'd you say, Amanda?
Nothing.
MASSA.
MASSA.
Say it.
The T is gratuitous. It can be silent. Just get rid of it.
I don't know why you were uncomfortable calling me that. I mean, probably why you won't get hired.
I will never ever
Like,
call you that. I will never call
Seriously,
you
like.
that.
Well, you were just fired on the first day, Caleb. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
well, we're spineless.
Okay, what's the next question? Clearly, what do you got?
Hey, look.
Okay, so
Look.
you had
I
mentioned the
want
last time that you were with us, which was also equally hilarious, that you were putting together a potential book or.
You know what? Yes, and I'm very close to being done. I have an editor,
Nice.
a publisher for my book that really broke my heart several times and said it was trash. It was about like writing, not really. If you're gonna put something out like that, you want it to be good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the bully world, we rush through things and we put it out because we want to be first. We want to be the only. We want to capitalize on the money. Well, what I want to do is I really want to create something that it will be historic and utilized a long time after I'm gone.
Yeah.
It's not about bully the kid. It's really about the American bully. It's about this journey in the ABKC. It's about growing the audience and growing the dogs that are so special to so many of us. There's, this community, we forget legends very quickly. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed to have Marco Suarez out at my show this last time. There's a lot of people that didn't know who Marco Suarez was. We talk about things like Remy Lion. They don't know who that is. They don't know who King Lion is. They don't know who Blue Lion is. So when you have an opportunity to put that stuff in a book, it's very important, not to forget legends like Bistro or Hef or King Kamali or a lot of these dogs. So it was very important to me to get a book. And obviously I'm going to miss certain things and certain people. It's very ABKC based. I love the ABKC. Today, we'll probably talk about it a little bit because I got time. I was going to talk a little bit. I saw an article about Ox. Ox just won in Canada. And there's a post that went up that was really, really critical of Ox. And, that's kind of what we run into in our community. You know what I'm saying? I like to say the American bully is really a microcosm of America. We have this freedom of speech that we love to use. And whether we're talking bad about the president, the flag, the country, or a dog, we're going to utilize our freedom of speech to say what we like and what we don't like. And I think right now we're hypercritical in our community. I think we're hypercritical. I think we miss a lot of the positive things that happen in our community because we focus on the negative so much. And that's kind of where we go wrong a lot. And just so y'all know, I did not draw this painting behind me. My daughter did. She was a horrible
I mean, I
artist.
wasn't gonna say nothing.
I mean, she
Chris,
drew it. I mean, just telling you.
Chris,
She's
come
an
on,
engineer.
man.
She's an engineer. Look,
Come on.
she's an engineer. She's an engineer now. Clearly, she chose the right career path because this shit is not gonna get her paid. That's it. That's
Hey.
a professional.
I can't breathe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Boston Terrier behind my shoulder. Like people are like, "What the fuck is that?" You know, it's actually a portrait of one of my dogs. But anyway, sorry, I just noticed it in the
Hey,
background.
man, I got a question I can't wait to ask, man. Just like the last time you was on, I was tuning in for work. And, you know, at the show, you know, this last Nationals, right? So everybody was asked to bring their mural out, right? For the
Oh yeah.
showcase, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you saying, you know, they didn't bring enough dogs out. It didn't pass. So now I see they migrated on into ABKC. What happened?
Yeah, you see, they quickly overruled Bully the fucking kid. That's what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying?
They did not care what their spokesman, their chief spokesman.
The chief spokesperson clearly was outvoted. No, what happened was, I feel like such a. Anytime somebody says that, what happened was, you know, they're about to lie. No. So basically, with the Merle thing, I was 100% by there was not enough dogs that came out. The start of the year, David Robertson threw a show where he also had Merles come out. There was a lot of confusion. Obviously, there's people in the community that wanted this. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 100% honest right here on this live. I was not one of them. Not because I'm against Merles, just because I believe that when you have a standard, you just can't bend it all the time. You just can't change certain things to me. But it went to a vote, and that vote was carried on by people that were respected in the community.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, what happened was they had enough votes to say yes and not enough votes to say no. And at the end of the day, I'm going to support the organization because being divisive and saying, "Oh, I don't like this, fuck it," it doesn't help the breed. It's here now. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I'll be honest, since that time, I've seen some beautiful Merles come out and compete. There's some that were definitely deserving of being in the ring, and there are ones that aren't deserving. I'll be honest with you, they haven't showed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think the number one part is you have to meet the standard. Yes. And if those dogs meet the standard outside of that variety, then they have an opportunity to show. And I'm going to stand by it that way. But anytime someone asks my honest opinion about it, I think we could have went without it. You know, I don't think we needed to do it. The fact that we have done it is okay for those people that come out and they believe in their program, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happened. So me and Dave had spoke about it, and I said, yo, there just wasn't enough interest. Why are we changing the standard when there's only 4 people that even support our largest event, or they didn't come out? And I never bought the whole they weren't welcome type stuff. You know, I never bought that. So I just felt like the people that were breeding them were not necessarily show people. So now you have people that have some that are getting them with handlers and things like that. So that's pretty much what happened, man. But I was against it because there wasn't enough involvement. And even now, let's be honest, you were at Atlanta Bully Marathon. Atlanta Bully Marathon had more than 200 dogs in the ring. Of those 200 dogs, I want to say we had 3 Merles, 3 total. So we have 200 American Bullies, 180 American Bullies or whatever. And we had a class of 36 champions. You know, you don't have, you only have 3 Merles that showed all day. So it's not a large amount of Merles. I don't think it's going to change the breed. I don't think it's going to make people rush out and start breeding Merles because I can show them. You don't show anything.
Right. I was about to say, yeah, there are some that do.
If they had, now, I will say this. Had they not already been registered, I probably would have been a more staunch proponent against it. But because I knew they had been registered for years and years and years, over 2 decades, it didn't really bother me that way because they were already in the G.
I like that.
You could breed for one at any time. You just couldn't show one.
Right.
So it's kind of different.
Well, let me ask you this right here. How, I mean, did y'all just vote it within the committee in ABKC?
No. So the ABKC does have a board now.
Okay.
It's fairly new. They have people that are selected that are respected, senior judge type people. directors and things like that. And those people sat down and said, hey, this is what we're going to decide as an organization. Obviously, we want to have a democracy. Everybody's like, oh, well, everyone has a vote. No. It's like I tell my kids, ain't all y'all equal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I got 3 of y'all. Don't think all the votes is the same. Like, one of y'all is an engineer, one of y'all went to Yale, and one of you is 16 years old and missed the tackle today. So, shit, it's not all equal. So, yeah, we want a democracy, but it's not that way. You know what I'm saying? So you try to do what's best for the entire community, and I think the people that are in those positions are responsible and they truly believe in the breed. And I 100% believe that they do what's best for the breed, and that's okay. I think the community should have a voice, but I think when it comes down to votes like that, what are we going to do? Put it on Facebook and everybody does a poll? Like, where's National supposed to be? Savannah? No, I want it in my backyard. Fuck your backyard, man. Like, you're going to have, Caleb, you already married a black woman. You ain't got to be in the darkness. We believe.
Oh my gosh.
You still can't say the N-word just because you're in the darkness. Like, please come back to the light.
Yeah,
I think he's
but
going
hey,
to the washing machine.
hey, I would like to ask, so the Bully Marathon, that's been running for years. Very, very successful show. We actually went to it for the first time this last year. That's going to be an annual show. How did that start, and how did y'all build it to what it is today? Because you spoke on it, Marco Suarez showing up. Like, that was iconic. That was a big power move by y'all, and that was just awesome to see him in the flesh. So tell us how you built it to what it is.
Well, you know, my partner Rolando Mana and myself, we've been throwing shows a long time together. We started throwing a show called Atlanta Bully. Atlanta Bully Mania a long time ago. It was a phenomenal show in Atlanta, and we always tried to come through with things that were different. Man, we had the first Friday night show. We did a red carpet show. We did a best dressed thing. We did 3 rings first. There's a lot of things we did first. We're the first ones to have the champion class go first. And we just try to keep doing things new. This show right here, the one thing that me and Rolando are bad about is promotion. You know, when you promote a show, you have to do it over and over and over and over and over.
Every day with a new post. Every day.
It's annoying to me. I hate being that guy. Like, I just hate being that guy. Like, come to my show. Did you get a booth? 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 Like, we sometimes fall off on the promotion part, but this show here, we really went all in. You know, we were like, hey, we want people to come to the show. We want as many people as we can get. It was a very successful show. It was 7 shows. It's good. I think Jacksonville is a big show. Atlanta is a big show. And I've always thought ABKC does better when we don't have as many shows, but we have big shows.
Yeah.
When you do that, it's better for the community. Right now we're battling. Obviously, there's a lot of different registries. You guys are beautiful. Y'all support a lot of registries. I've never been a person that bashed other registries. It's just not. It's a waste of time to me. I think it's a waste of time because people should go where they want to go. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a dog, the number one thing is that you get your dog out of the backyard and that you're involved with your dog. If that means that you come to ABKC, then thank you so much for supporting us. But if it means that you go to BRC because that's a show that's closer to you, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you like the people a little different. You know what I'm saying? I've never been one to bash that way. So with Atlanta Bully Marathon, we just really try to focus on giving our community and new people something that they never experienced before. Come out, be welcoming, be nice, have music, have people, compete. But the number one thing I think True Phase events are about is competition. We bring out, in my opinion, some of the best competition. We're not 100%. Known for fun shows. We're not known for stack-offs. We are literally known that if you win in Atlanta, you beat the best of the best. That's what Atlanta's known for.
Yeah, that was an awesome talk on this one.
It's about competition. It's about if you win in Atlanta, you can brag about winning in Atlanta. So we built it on that, and we've thrown a lot of shows together. Hopefully we continue to do that, but it was a good event. This show was a great event.
Yes. Yeah, we had a blast. I know that, I've seen the people that I got to see there. Awesome dogs. It's just it's always fun to be there. But yeah, this particular year, it was really, really the added fun of seeing some people that came out after a while.
Oh,
Like,
you
yeah,
asked about
see them
Marco.
in
Yeah,
set.
I just skipped over Marco like he was nothing. I don't give a damn about bald-headed Marco. No. Marco, I gotta give Rolando a shout out for bringing Marco up. Marco is like one of the people that I respected so much coming into this because Marco used to dress his dog up in costume. He was very competitive. Rodrigo Silva and Marco, when it first got started, were fighting to have the first ever champion. It was obviously champion Paco. Rodrigo had a dog named Thug, and on the East Coast, it was a big battle, East Coast, West Coast. And Thug, man, was not losing. He would go to these shows and win, but ABKC was not as professional at the time. And they were like losing points. Nothing was getting, you know what I'm saying? So it was a big argument about who was number one. But shout out to Marco for having the number one champion. It was really cool for that, to see that. So Marco coming out, Suarez Bulls, absolutely legendary.
Yes.
I've always been loyal to ABKC. Marco went with, what was it, BBCR for a little bit. Caleb, what's going on? Do you hear this? Is someone walking on your roof? Is your dog eating right now? Like, have you ever thought about having palate surgery and having that shit removed?
Oh my God.
Can you put that bastard on mute? God damn.
I am so sorry.
I really thought you had rats or something. I'm like, I hear something crawling in the ceilings. It's your dog right there.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Continue. I am so
I
sorry.
apologize. I digress. I apologize.
Don't apologize. Please don't. Oh my God.
Was I the only one? I like how y'all two just ignored it like it wasn't happening. Clearly, Amanda has been gaslighting black men her whole life because she just acted like I was crazy, treated me like I was crazy. I clearly heard it. But
God, dog.
anyway,
Boy, you off the hook, sir.
Marco.
Anywhere, but taking
Yeah,
everything.
Marco is a good dude. So, like I said, you totally crushed that segment. But he is a good guy. Enjoy him. And I think every show we want to invite. I invited Robert Lee out. Robert Lee didn't come out. I wanted him to come out from Bully Market. There's some legendary people. If you could ask me who are the top 5 people I would like to bring out to a show that people haven't seen, Marco definitely is on the list. I would love to bring out Fabian of Remy Line fame to come out. There's a couple of people that I think I got on my mind that I would love to see and have them come out. Even Con Wynn, you know what I'm saying? I would bring Con out, if he wanted to come out for people to meet. That would be really, really good, so it's good. Is there used to make you making random noises? So,
Hey,
it's kind of weird.
another question. I think it probably was the right way to go. I caught one of Dave Wilson's little promotion, little videos about the platinum paperwork.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that was a video that I should have been involved in.
Well,
Did a horrible job.
who came up with that? Chris, who came up with that?
Who came up with the platinum pedigree? Yeah. You know what? That was not me. That was not one of my things. That was Dave. We've been talking about doing health testing and how we're going to honor it in the ABKC for a long time. It's not just health testing. We wanted to honor like working dogs, like dogs that earned obedience titles, dogs that earned weight pool titles.
Yeah. Nice.
Our breeds deserve that. We deserve the recognition of being health tested. We deserve the recognition of being trained and winning things outside of the show ring. So Dave came up with the platinum pedigree idea, giving you guys something different. You got to remember, we're UKC people, so we come from purple ribbon pedigrees and things like that. So being able to see that is really important. I thought it was a great idea. I want to say Dave Wilson came up with it, but it could have been someone that is losing all their shine for it. When are we gonna accept or add the micro class? Oh my God, Christina. She just wants me to come on and say shit like never, so I can be a liar.
I mean, the like 1 to 100, like she should go in there. Like, I'm sorry, she is zero children.
No, you know what? I didn't want to. Okay, so real quick, and I'm sorry, I'm jumping around here. I don't want to add a micro class. I just want to eliminate the height restriction on pocket. I think that fixes the problem altogether. If a dog is conformation correct and can move at 11 inches tall, why do I have to create a whole nother class or a whole nother
just like XL, there's not a cap.
Yeah, if you remove the minimum, you're going to automatically remove the dogs that aren't built properly to fit the standard. Because if I remove it and they're 9 inches tall and their legs are this long, they can't move properly to win a dog show. So why do I care? You can bring them in and wait 20 minutes to get around. Yeah, so
Wait
it
20
doesn't matter
minutes
to
for
me.
them to go.
It doesn't matter. I mean, like, we can remove the height. I mean, because right now what's happening is you get a dog that's under 14 inches, it's 13 and a half. Could that dog still compete? Sure.
Yeah.
But if you get lower than that, eventually the standard is not going to, it's not going to fit the standard. So I don't think we need to call it something else, a micro, a nano,
just lower the minimum of little.
Just lower them. Just, you can remove the minimum and say the dog has to be with a balanced dog. That's all it has to be. A lot of breeds are like that. A lot of breeds don't have minimum heights. They have maximum heights. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we'd be the only ones that do that. It says up to 10 inches. So for us, up to 15 inches, you can be a pocket. That's all you say. And it's simple. We make things so difficult sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, people are in the standard. Well, you know, do I have to really write in the standard that having 3 legs is a fault? Do I have to write it down for someone not to bring a 3-legged dog in the ring? Or so we really
You have
just
seen
assume
some signs in some places that are like, somebody messed up enough that that sign is necessary. Like, so.
Exactly. Like to me, I always thought crip work was a weird thing. Like 2 testicles seems pretty fucking normal to me.
Yes.
But we had to write it down because people were like, really? Well, doesn't say in the standard. Can have it. No, it doesn't need to say it.
Facts.
2 testicles is normal. Testicles is a plural word. So we say must have testicles with an S. I don't need to say 1 is a fault because it says testicles. It's plural. That means it has to be more than 1. Now we start running around with dogs that got 3, 4, 7 testicles, then we have a problem. But why do I have to really say that crip orchid is a problem if the dog says it needs to have testicles? Because that's plural. You know what I'm saying? That brings me to my next subject. When I was in 8th grade, I took sex ed, and every time I see Caleb, it reminds me of that thing you had to put the condom on to know how to do it. So shout out to Miss Riviera. She was my sex ed. Memories, bro. Memories.
Oh my
gosh.
Oh Lord.
It's just like this little large white thing you gotta pull the condom down on top of it. Miss Rivera was a very good teacher. Clearly,
but Chris, but look, I know we bouncing around and stuff, but back to the pedigree. So on that video, right? So I always like notice a lot of stuff, right? So
like
I know
hairline?
people that have very decent, good dogs that show, and their statement was saying that they think it was too much, you know, to pay for that and all the testing to do that for just 1 dog, and then you got to do every dog like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
so I when it comes to health, I would disagree as far as like the expense of getting dogs health tested, because what we have to do as a community is understand that the value of that dog should be at the ultimate high. If we value health testing, the problem in our community is honestly we don't really value that. You see what I'm saying? So because we don't value it, we tend to think it's not worth it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We tend to think it's not worth it. But I believe that eventually we will get to that point that we want dogs that are health tested. You know, I was a proponent of not charging for the platinum pedigree, and if your dog passed all the health testing, that you would be awarded a platinum pedigree. So you wouldn't pay extra for it. If your dog passed that health test, you would be awarded that, and we would register it.
Yeah,
Such.
like
You know what
we
I'm
don't
saying?
pay to receive our champion title after we've won it. Yeah.
Exactly. Like it should be something that you earned. It is a lot of money to health test, though. I agree with you. It's a hell of an expense. But for me, I'm hips and hearts. That's the most important thing to me when it comes to the American Bully is hips and hearts.
Yes.
And hearts being number 1 because hearts kill you. You know what I'm saying? If you got a bad heart, you die.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of dogs. Like if someone asks me what the average age or lifespan is for the American Bully, I have it right around 9 years of age, and that's not a long time.
Yeah.
Some people would argue maybe it's a little longer, but I would seriously believe that right now the American Bully is probably 7 and 9 years old, and that's really sad when you think about it. So, you know, having people think about the health and longevity of the dog is beautiful. And even with the marathon, we heard a lot of different things. Shout out to my boy Brad the Beard, who almost lost Wishbone at the show. And as a show host, we feel responsible for those things. You know what I'm saying? It was a little warm in Atlanta this year. It makes me realize I got to throw my show 2 weeks prior. You guys are from the South. Well, Amanda, you're from some kind of Kansas, but us from the South know it can get hot very quickly. The weekend after our show, the temperature dropped to like 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, literally, like
Atlanta.
within a week, it was back to like early spring weather. You're like, really? No, but
This person said health testing should set you apart than the average breeder. 100%. I mean, health testing is anything. It's a tool. If we're breeding healthy dogs, we're trying to make better dogs, and that's it. It's something that we we should look at and really support. So I'm a big supporter of health testing. Would I ever breed to a dog that's not health tested that I really liked? Of course. I try to be honest on these things. Like, people could be like, no, I'm only gonna breed to a health tested dog that looks like a rat terrier. No, fuck that. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna take my chances and go with the other one.
Yeah.
So that's the way it
That's
goes.
true.
So, and health testing doesn't guarantee anything. I tell people, when we health test, it doesn't mean that the whole litter is gonna come out perfect. It just means that you're bettering your odds with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. So it's good.
oh, definitely, yeah. Adam had asked the question earlier, but you were in the middle of roasting Caleb, so I didn't ask it. He was asking if now that Merles are technically sanctioned for the show ring, are they still, however, going to be registered under the blotched pattern versus Merle?
Always.
Yeah, they still will. The terminology with Merle is just the one that everybody knows.
Right.
So we don't, it's like everyone probably will call Caleb Big Head, but I call him Cranium. Cranium is the correct term.
Right.
But
right.
people are used to Big Head. So Cranium is still correct.
I will answer to both.
He'll answer to both. So no, they'll still be blotched. Blotched is definitely a term that we use. So yes, they'll still be blotched in ABKC. We're not going to go to Merle because that's an ABKC thing. It's blotched. I used to mess it up and call it botched all the time. Like it's a botched up thing.
Yeah.
But it was blotched.
Hey, Chris,
Gotcha.
you said something earlier about the competition and about that in the latter years, there's been a dog that's really dominated. And right now we're in a competition where there's multiple dogs. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing with the more competition? And where do you like where the American Bully's going?
So I think the American Bully right now is like at an all-time high, believe it or not. A lot of people don't believe that, but I do. I believe that the dogs are better than ever before. The thing about when you get a dog that dominates, normally popularity comes with a dog that dominates, in any sport. When Michael Jordan was running the league, basketball was at an all-time high because there was something that they thought was great and you didn't want to miss it.
Yeah.
You didn't want to miss
That's true.
being able to see this person play because he's so special. That's what you get when you get a dog like Bear. That's what you get with a dog like Bistro, is that want to see it. Now, the problem with the American Bully is we've run into the situation where the most popular dog hasn't been the most sought after dog. See what I'm saying?
I like that. You're right.
Bear's winning, but no one's wanting to breed to Bear because the most popular dog is actually not Bear. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hypothetically, if I told somebody who's the best rapper, the best lyricist out, no one in the world is going to say Drake. But Drake is super popular. You see what I'm saying? But so if I were to be like, no, the best lyricist is
Lamar.
Well, Kendrick Lamar a little different. But yeah, Kendrick Lamar, before he started roasting Drake, a lot of people would argue, man, don't nobody listen to Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
But they would admit he's probably a better rapper. That's Bear. But if you went to their playlist, they play way more Drake.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what happened in the bully world.
Good example.
The number one dog is Bear, but the dog that was used the most is Big Red. So you're like, Big Red never even been to a show. Yeah, because that's what people want. They want that. It's the same thing. Now, when you get the best of the both worlds is when you get a dog like Jack that won nationals.
Yeah.
So Jack took a lot of heat where people were like, he shouldn't have won nationals. We don't like this dog, yada, yada, yada. but he teetered in between both. He was a national winner, and he was super popular that people wanted to breed to. We never do well when the top dog is a dog that nobody wants to use. This is what causes confusion in our community.
Right.
If the top dog is something we don't want to use, we're not going to do it. If the number one song is a country song, but I want to go to the club, I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work.
Yes.
So you got to have both. You got to have Beyonce doing country music. That's what you got to do to get it. And that's what it's going to be. And there's going to be people like, oh, she shouldn't do that. I don't like it. But then at the end of the day, when you look at the numbers, it's crazy. And she wins all these awards. And it still may not be exactly what you want, but it's popular. And we're always going to struggle with what's popular and what's right. That's what's going to happen. We're going to struggle a lot with that. You know, we're never going to kind of get over what's right over what's popular. And that's it. You know, what looks good. So that's the American Bully in a nutshell. And that goes for all the dogs. The XL movement, just beautiful, beautiful XLs. But until we get an XL that is so popular that it gravitates to people, it's going to be slower on the uptake. You know, you look at Tone Rodon with Killshot. Killshot is a very popular pocket. You look at Ox, is a popular pocket. Brim is a popular pocket. We're very fortunate that some of these dogs, they still find value in going out and getting a grand champion title. But if I'm making 6 figures and my dog can sit in my living room and I can take a picture every 9 months of him and make $100,000, I'm probably not gonna take him to a show. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I'm afraid to take him to a show. You know, it's the reality. Everybody believes what you are until you show them that it's what you're not. You see what I'm saying? So you can rent a Lamborghini every day of the year, and as long as people only see you in that Lamborghini, they're gonna believe that you own it. It's not until you show up without it, or they see it and they're like, oh, that's not his, then they know it's not. What does this person say? Let's not forget the face of an American Bully. People are breeding away from that. Oh God, Brian Trammell, that is such a good point. That's such a good point. Like, I think that the number one feature in the American Bully is the head and the expression.
Absolutely.
And if people don't believe me when I say that, Miyagi wasn't popular because he was small. Miyagi was popular because his face looked different and the expression was not pit bull like. When we start getting dogs that don't look like an American Bully, and it could be more bulldog, it could be more pit bull, it doesn't matter. It falls off immediately. So that's something that some of the best dogs, I'm trying to read comments, are sitting on someone's couch right now. Adam, I love that statement. I never believe it, but you know. Like, do we really believe some of the finest women in the world are just sitting on some fat man's couch? Hold on, let me go check my couch. She ain't here right now. You know. But no, I think that's true. I think it's true a little bit. Like, do you want to prove? You know, it's kind of like that statement, because I agree with Adam, but I got to say this. You ever meet that guy at your work? Well, for those of us that have a job, the two on the left, we normally will hear someone at work say, you know what, man? I was as good as Michael Jordan when I was playing ball. No, the fuck you weren't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And now you're working at a factory.
Yeah, because, you know, I hurt my knee or whatever. You know, just whatever. I run into this all the time. That's kind of like what you hear about dogs all the time. Because I tell people, a dog champion, a grand champion to me, it's not just what the dog looks like. It's the ability to deal with stress. It's the ability to deal with going out of your house. How many of us have a dog that in our house is well trained? Like, sit, Fluffy, and he sits. Bark, Fluffy, and he barks. Come here, Fluffy, and he comes. But you take that same dog to an open field, and that motherfucker is now lost. Like, he's gone. Like,
Yes,
Fluffy.
he's so smart.
it happened.
Yeah, it's because at home, everybody's great at home.
Yeah.
You know? Most of y'all probably got badass kids that at home are little angels and go to school, and they're like, little Tavarius has punched Sally Mae in the face 17 fucking times. You're like, oh my God, he would never, at home, he's never hit anyone.
God.
But in the streets, he's just another YN. He's out here robbing people. Caleb, I don't even know why you laughed at YN. That was a test to see if you were racist and if you knew what that word meant. And I saw you and Amanda both knew what it meant, so I'm very confused. Because clearly, y'all shouldn't know what it means, but you did.
Gosh, that is hilarious.
Facebook is a hell of a drug. Facebook is a hell of a drug.
Yeah,
Oh,
so Chris,
no.
I have a
Be
question.
careful.
So you slightly hit on this earlier. You
First of all, hold on.
mentioned
Let me
this.
pause you real quick.
Go ahead.
You are interviewing me. You don't have to leave without I have a question. That's your job. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Okay.
go
Raise
to
your
a
hand.
restaurant and they don't come to the table and
I would
say,
like
I've
to
got
order.
food. Yeah, no, I got food. I know you have food. We're at a
That's why
restaurant.
I'm here.
Okay,
Don't say
so
jump.
before I was really interrupted, I was asking a question, which was
I have a question.
Nationals is being voted on. You
He's
mentioned that.
breaking up now.
Can you hear me?
Now we can,
Um,
unfortunately.
All right. If I wasn't interrupted, you probably would have heard me, and I probably would have got it out, and you would
if
probably
you
be
had more than
answering by
7
now.
minutes of Wi-Fi from your neighbor, it probably would work better.
Oh,
But
Okay.
continue. What's your question? Go ahead.
So nationals, we've talked about a couple shows that are annual shows that we're going to go to. Jacksonville, yours, the Atlanta Bully Marathon. Nationals is one of them. It's being voted on, and I think that created some confusion because it's 2026 that's being voted on. But how do you feel about that vote? Like, and how do you feel about where
Man, Dave
nationals
is
is
a
going?
sneaky motherfucker. You see how smooth Dave is sneaky, like sneaking that 2026 in. Like, why did he do that? Just to protect himself? How do I feel about it being voted? I wanted Atlanta. I wanted Atlanta for selfish reasons, clearly.
like clearly. At least you're willing to admit.
Because I live
Yeah.
20 minutes away. But no,
Yeah.
you know what? For me, Nationals needs to be in a city that people want to go to.
Yeah.
I prefer a warmer city because it's
Yes.
December. I don't want to go to Chicago in December. I don't no more than I want to go to Wisconsin in December. I don't think it needs to be in a place that there's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? I think we're still a crowd that likes important places to say, I was in Miami or I was here. I love that the vote is Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia, if you've never been, is absolutely amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. There's water. There's great restaurants. It's historic. There's tons of places to take pictures. There's tons of places to eat. It's kind of weird because Savannah's 4 to 5 hours from me. I think that people in Texas is really, really far from. But I also think we need to go where there's a lot of people. There has to be a major airport. We are an international registry.
Absolutely.
Whether we want to admit it or not, we have a lot of people that fly in from all over the world. They cannot fly into the Savannah airport. So they have to fly into the Atlanta airport. So I think Savannah is a little bit far for that. So I really wanted Atlanta. I know Louisville was on the table. I sat at a dinner a couple months back with Dave and some important people, and they were talking about Louisville, Kentucky. Who wants to go to Kentucky? But Louisville, I mean, really, the only answer is Atlanta. But it's also about finding venues that are. No. What I'm saying is, like Houston, I loved Houston. Houston gave us a beautiful venue.
It did.
But you can't go the same place. It becomes redundant, and when it becomes redundant, people are like, "Oh, I can miss this year because I'll just go next year." It's always
It'd be
in
the
Houston.
same thing.
But if you say it's in Atlanta, you're gonna get an influx of people that are like, "Shit, it's in Atlanta this year. I gotta go to Atlanta. I haven't been there." It's gonna be in even Chicago, wherever it's been. Nashville was one I wanted. I wanted Nashville. I think Nashville's a cool city, and you want people to want to go there and be like, "Yo, I've never been to this one." So I went to Nationals in Nashville and collect and things like that. So I love that it's coming up on a vote. I think that it will be for this year. I know it's at 2026. I know that we're letting the cat out the bag. I 100% plan on it not being in Houston. How many square foot does the venue need to be? I want to say for Nationals, we're looking at 40 to 50,000 square feet at minimum. Nationals can be a humongous event. I mean, we sold 80 plus of booths at Atlanta Bully Marathon. If that was Nationals, I think you could easily add another 150. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a 230 booth event. Every booth is 10 by 10. I'm not a mathematician, but you can do the square footage on that.
You do the work.
And you need
a mathematician.
I'm not a mathematician.
Me neither, man.
But no, I like that.
I don't know why
I
you're
agree with that. I wish that there would be like 5 major cities that are just kind of like rotated, where it's just like, so everyone knows kind of where it's going. And it's like you said, it's got to have an international airport. That's got to be a must.
Yeah,
Hotel
you're going to be
accommodations.
looking at, exactly. Atlanta, Houston, Nashville. I don't mind Chicago. I just think it's cold. I think it's too cold.
What about Dallas?
California area or something like that. Yeah,
Dallas is always lovely. I love
Okay.
Dallas. It's just right now we're burned out on Texas. I'll be honest with you, we're just burned out. New Orleans was a great Nationals. New Orleans was a great Nationals. It was
Where
when we
was
could
it
go back
at?
to New Orleans. It was in New Orleans.
Well,
That's why I
I'm
said the New
saying the
Orleans.
venue. I heard that, but I'm talking about like the venue. Like,
Hey, you think I really have the venues written down in my head like it was at the Pontchartrain Center? I don't know. It wasn't at the Superdome. That was you, the Superdome.
I don't.
I bet you remember if it was the Superdome because you would be the mascot, the Superdome. Yo, that took you entirely too long to laugh. That was like that was
Hey,
great.
that was
Chris, you are a
actually pretty well
gift.
put
You are
together.
a gift, my man. A gift.
Yes.
I caught it.
Christina was asking who you think the top dog will be in 2025.
I like that.
Oh, that's a great question. You know what? I really think Mac is on an incredible run.
Yeah, we can barely hear you.
You can barely hear
Now
me?
we can.
Yeah.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Now,
It's because my finger was holding the mic because I wanted to not let anyone know what I said. But clearly, I think Mac is on an incredible run. Shout out Boston. Mac with Kelsey is a phenomenal team. Shout out to young Kelsey and Mac.
Very true.
Matt is a driven owner. He's willing to put the time in, the money in. He's willing to travel. I think it's gonna be hard to beat Mac. I'm a big advocate for Piggy, but I think she's a bitch. So she's gonna come in the heat. She's gonna have to slow down. You have to make a decision with a female once you're getting up there. Like, do you want to breed her again? Do you not? This could shorten her down. I love the Ox King. I think he's a cool dog. I don't think he's the number one dog in the country. I don't think he can do it weekend after weekend after weekend. A lot of people don't give a lot of credit to the dogs and what it takes to show
yeah,
every weekend.
top dog.
Shout out to it's the same thing with Jack. Jack's an impressive dog, but to come out every weekend and show, no, he can't. I don't think he has the endurance to do it. Not saying anything bad about the dog, just it's a lot to be number one. To be like a hangman, you got to be able to manage your weight. You got to be able to eat on the road. You got to be able to go under different judges, and we have a lot of judges that have different tastes, and you have to blend enough that you can win over and over and over and over and over again. I think if I'm going to say this, I do think Mac will finish number one, unless a new dog comes out that I have not seen, and that could change everything. But I don't think the number one dog will have more than 30 best of breeds this year. And that's more what if you go to 0-0 had a ton of best of breeds. I don't think the number one dog this year will
Over
have 30
100,
best
didn't
of
he?
breeds. Who?
Didn't he have over 100? Zero?
I think he had over 100.
Yeah,
Like
in
we don't
2023.
have a dog like that. We don't even have enough shows like that right now. So we just had 7 shows in Atlanta, and God, this is horrible to say. I don't remember who won them all. I know Mac, I think, won 2, 3 at my show. Several other dogs won best of breed. This weekend I was just in Canada with 4 shows. I know one dog I never seen before in my life won a best of breed. I know Ox King won a best of breed. He might have got 2, and then another dog got a best of breed. So it's constantly being split up. And if you look at, you go to a show every month and the top dog wins 4 best of breeds, you'd be looking at 48, and they're not even winning that much. So I really don't think Mac is gonna. I think Mac will be number one, but he won't have over 30 best of breeds. That's my prediction. Now I'm gonna have to go pull political strings and make sure it happens.
Yeah.
Brad is
There
watching,
you
so
go.
now
There
you
you
said
go.
that.
Right. Brad's my man, dog. So he knows. But yeah, I think it's his time. So I would be surprised if he doesn't. Obviously now if he does, everyone's like, well, I heard Belinda Kid on the show and he said it was Mac and it's all political because Belinda. Luckily earlier, everybody knows the power of Bully the Kid when my man down there straight threw me under the bus and said, I remember watching the show when I was at work and you said there would be no Merles, and then now there's Merles. What happened there? The fuck? What kind of fucked up question is that? I know you said you're going to be married to your wife forever, but then I saw her fucking naked. What happened there? Clearly, she wasn't happy. Amanda, that's what he did to me. I know you said you're going to love your wife forever, but then I saw her with another child and it wasn't yours. So shit
Oh,
happened.
God.
Right away.
Oh
Let's hear
man.
it.
My boy Brad said that Mac won't have 30 best of breeds. He's not running for top dog. I'm telling you right now, Mac don't have to run for top dog. He can walk for top dog. He's gonna get it. Like
He's
like
beautiful animal, beautiful animal.
Very,
so
very
when I'm saying, but you know what?
I don't think
What
I've
Brad
seen
said
him.
is real important because I'm not. What I'm
Beautiful
saying is,
dog.
I'm not saying that Mac cannot win 30 best of breeds. He won't need to be number one. He is the most dominant dog that's shown this year. I've seen him. I saw Mac the first time at Atlanta Bully Marathon, and I was like, wow, that's a cool looking pup. I talked to Brad. Brad told me his story. Brad's story about how he got Mac is one of the coolest stories in the bully world right now. If you ever have a chance to ask him how the whole thing with Mac came, it would be absolutely an amazing story. But Mac is the most dominant when he goes to shows. When he doesn't go to shows, it's different. So I don't think he's going to really have to do much to be number one, but I think he's going to be number one for sure. That's what's up. And I know he said he's not running for it, but he likes to show, and Mac likes to show, so he's going to be there. Brad is such a pet on the ground. He's my top dog. That's all that matters. No Mac, no Brad, it doesn't. Matters to me that I win my money because I'm betting on Mac. Brad always trying to get me to lose money. Brad don't give a shit about my money. No, Brad is really cool. And you know what? I don't like. We have so many special dogs. You know what I'm saying? Christina's on this live too. She was running Romeo last year.
Yeah.
Running for top dog is exhausting. It's expensive. It's frustrating. It makes you a different person because a lot of your competitive juices come out, and people say the most fucked up things when you're running for top dog. So it's a lot of energy. But that's my bet. So even if Brad doesn't show him much, I think when he shows he's a best of breed winning dog, he's going to win.
He's still impressive. Great.
And that's what I want people to know that are showing dogs right now. They're like, yo, I want to have the number one dog in the country. The number one thing you have to do is win some best of breeds. You have to. And it's not, I'm not going to say it's not hard. Winning one best of breed is very different than winning multiple best of breeds. You know, winning one best in show is not like winning 15 best in shows. These dogs are different. There's levels to it. Mac has proven that he's a top 10 American bully. Not many dogs can do that. So whether he does or doesn't, my money is on.
That's very, very true. We were blessed to actually be with him, be right next to him at your show. And such a humble guy, such a cool dude.
You weren't really blessed. We just put people where they go. If we had known,
I wasn't saying that you blessed me. I'm saying that just we were naturally blessed. So I was not giving you props. But what I was saying is Brad is a really cool dude.
Come on.
If I had known that you were anywhere near Mac, I would have moved. I would have moved you immediately because Brad does not deserve that shit. Brad does not deserve to be. Brad paid for a VIP booth. How the hell were you over there? I got to check the flow chart.
You might have
You're not getting
talked to the
man.
I just like how Caleb tried to name drop. Like, I was blessed and fortunate to be next to Mac.
We were, because he was such a cool dude. Like we were sitting actually, he bought 2 booths, and we were actually sitting over in the area. That might have been why we weren't supposed to be there, but we were sitting over in that area, and we were taking up 2 booths. And he's like, "Hey," the other guy that was sitting with him is like, "Hey, that's actually Brad's." But he called Brad over there, and Brad's like, "No, y'all sit there. Like y'all just." The other people that were supposed to come and meet us here aren't coming, so y'all, and to see that boy like right there in the person, and like you said, with Kelsey as the handler, those 2 are dynamites.
Big lie.
In the ring. She was not there at your show, but like seeing her at multiple shows, like those 2 just have an energy about.
Yes, definitely undeniable. But yeah, I love how Brad was fun with the fact that like there's a picture he had where like Mac's got that side eye and he's just like he's just Mac is Kelsey in here.
Paul, look, Amanda. First of all, why the hell were you still in someone's booth at my show?
First of all, I'm not the one that brought a bunch of extra people.
You just said that you were sitting in someone else's booth.
No,
and
he said. I didn't say nothing. I was exactly where I was supposed to be.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, great story. Cool story, Caleb.
Oh my God.
You know you're trying to get me in trouble like you did.
You told on yourself, man.
I know, walking right into that, literally.
Yeah, don't for people that are listening, booths are designated for people that pay. Don't be sitting with you and your little mixed children that are beautiful, by the way, in other people's booths while your wife is partying in New Orleans.
Literally, that's exactly what took place.
Yeah, she wasn't just out of town. Oh no. She was in Raleigh.
I don't want to shock y'all, but anybody else have any other questions since y'all are interviewing me?
Oh God.
I have asked all the questions that like were near and dear to
I
my
don't think you
heart.
asked me a single question at all, Amanda.
I did. I asked you about your book because
Oh yeah,
I
another
was
one
very
put me on blast.
interested
Clearly,
in your book.
clearly it's pinned on my freaking Facebook page that it's coming out at Nationals, and it didn't. So I need to go take the pin down. You guys are really have no interview etiquette.
Oh my God!
You hurt my heart.
You know, like when someone says,
Really,
"Don't ask me about that."
You
Like,
hurt my heart.
yeah, like you're talking to a woman and she's a prostitute. She's like, just don't ask me about syphilis, and your first question is about that syphilis.
Oh my God!
Are you definitely emceeing this upcoming nationals?
Yeah, unless I get freaking fired. Listen, why would I not? I am the
Inquiring minds want to know
national.
because there's times when you don't, and we miss you desperately, and then there's times where you do, and then you have to like
There
leave
was
really
one
early
time
because
I
you have
did
to
an
like
interview.
fly
You know,
out
there's
Houston
only
that
been
night,
one
and
time.
then
No. There was only one time I did not MC
I
nationals.
and it was devastating.
So I'm
I
always the
miss
national
you
MC. Oh,
terribly.
What year was
I
that?
don't
Was
even
that
think we knew each
2023
other.
or 20?
Hmm?
It
What
was
was that?
2024. 2024. Wait, no, was last year
No,
2024?
it's you 23, I think.
Yeah, it was 23. I didn't.
Yeah, yeah,
That
it
Nationals
was
was
2023.
electric. That was
Yeah,
electric, and that
I was
might
at that
have
one.
been common denominator. Hey.
I heard, you know what? I did hear that was a phenomenal nationals as far as competition. Shout out to Zeus and my boy Tyshawn Hilliard and Tone handling him. Shout out to Hangman with Devin. Shout out to Blue with Kira.
Yes.
I do regret that I missed that nationals. It was a phenomenal nationals outside of the MC being lackluster, but everything else was good. Everything else.
Oh.
It was great. It was a great nationals. I'm really. That's the only one I've ever missed.
Yeah.
I may miss another.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cool. It was just a concern of mine. Just a concern because
What
again,
did y'all think of the theme at nationals this year? Did y'all like the theme? I don't like themes.
like what?
The theme.
The
Like
theme.
the
Oh,
whole.
okay, yeah. I mean, I think so. This past year, it being like the Roaring '20s, like that was the only theme I've actually dressed to.
Yeah, but it seemed kind of weird. I didn't like that.
Well,
But if it
because
goes
you
to
were rocking
city,
that
like I said,
velvet, man. That
Amanda,
velvet
I'm
suit you had.
speaking.
Uh,
Amanda, I'm speaking.
thanks.
So if we talk about like a 5 city, like we were talking about earlier, and there's a theme for every year, and it's kind of based on the city that it's going to, I like that, but it's because it's keeping it original, it's keeping it exciting. I like the theme part of it, but I like that different city to city with the theme going with the city. If that makes any
I
sense.
don't know. That's pretty risky in Savannah because they're known for slavery and alcohol.
Oh my
I didn't
God.
want to say anything, but okay.
That thing would be right up your alley.
Oh my,
No,
don't do that.
no, I'm just saying. Like, what is Savannah known for? Gone with the Wind.
I never once said Savannah as part of the major 5 cities. I never once said that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, so like
Hey,
each city, like, I'm just going to quit speaking because every time I say
hey,
something, you want to say.
Caleb,
You just
look though.
you purposely
Did
set
you?
it up so you can knock it down. Like
Hey, but
Go
for real
ahead.
though, did you? Did you see his face when you told Amanda that you was talking? Did you see his face? Did you see
Oh,
Chris'
yes.
face?
Yes. And I stand on
I
that.
was
I was
shocked
speaking. I don't know why
because I
she was
always thought this
speaking.
was.
I
I
don't know why she
always
was
thought this.
speaking.
Man.
Amanda, I thought this was your show. I always did. And I can't believe you wore that shitty ass shirt while I'm on here, knowing I'm an Eagles fan. Like,
Oh
you know,
I'm not
man.
saying it wasn't strategic.
It was okay.
I'm not saying it wasn't strategic.
Knowing point I'm an Eagles fan. I mean, I don't care that you wore it. Just like
This
y'all
is
suck.
I'm still in my mourning period. Okay, listen, I'm still mourning. The shirt might as well be.
I told everyone that Super Bowl was not going to be close. I said we were going to beat the brakes off the Chiefs. Nobody believed me. I literally won like $1,700.
Yeah.
How much?
And they were fucking cheap. $1,700.
It's so bad. But
Allegedly, just in case IRS. I got a note right here that says I have a note letter from the IRS that I have not went to go. I don't even know why they even send it to black people. You really think if you send me a note that says I got a letter from the IRS, that I'm gonna rush down to the post office to get this letter from the IRS? Hell, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there for a long time. I'm living my best life. Still making money, so they come get me.
Come get me.
They are gonna come get me. I already know. So it's okay.
Yeah. Week 1, y'all are going down.
No.
Week 1.
They gave us a bye. They gave us a bye. We have 3 byes this year. We have week 1 bye against the Cowboys. Then we have another bye. Then we get another bye. So we have 3 byes.
Yeah.
I don't think the
What,
Cowboys
2
are
against the
gonna
Cowboys and the bye? Is that what you're saying?
Y'all are a bye. Yeah, y'all are slow on the update. Look at the audience. Does anyone have any questions before I get off of here?
check the comments. I haven't seen someone come with.
Adam says, when is my interview for the job master? You're already hired. Let's see. Brad said I was going to make him cry.
Right.
Oh.
Top 10 is hard. Shout out to Fred Duran. That's a legendary name.
Yes, it is.
Mac and the Kelsey in the ring are amazing. Yeah.
Grand champion duel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't sleep on Blue Chew. Oh my God, Blue Chew is tough. Who else I like is Mountain. The Mountain is real tough.
Mountain is nice.
I wish the Mountain
Yes, I saw. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I love the Mountain. Mountain is one of my favorite dogs, but he's not going to outblue Mac. He's not going to outmove Mac. So no, even though I love him, I do love the Mountain. It's going to take a lot.
Yeah.
You guys want another secret?
Yeah.
Like who the judge is for nationals?
Yeah.
I'm always in for the secrets. What's up?
I'm going to breaking news here. The judge for nationals is, I don't know. They haven't not decided at all, but they're going to decide something.
Why did y'all even pay attention to this shit? Like, he wasn't going to say it.
I was bending down and stuff.
Oh, man.
Spokesperson. Like,
I am the
the chief
spokesperson.
spokesperson.
I know who's in the running, but we have not announced. We have not decided who's going to be the national judge. Do you think we should release? Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Do you think we should release where nationals is going to be and who the national judge is at the beginning of the year, or should we do it like we've been doing it, 3 months out, 2 months out, things like that?
2 or 3 months out. I like the build up to it.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
right.
like to build up,
Right. I like it like the fact that like towards the May area, that's when you confirm the location, the dates and the location. Like doing that in like the early to late spring, or like late spring, early summer. But then obviously, yeah, I just like Caleb said, just a small handful of months out, that's when you actually announce who the judges will be. I do like that build up. So
do you know why we do that? Why we do the thing with the judge so late? It's because those judges are judging all year, and you don't want people to be like, "Oh, I hate this judge. He didn't pick me."
Exactly.
smart.
I like that.
People
That makes
start
sense.
talking to the judge. Our judges get harassed so much when we announce that they're national.
Microscope.
We recommend. Yeah, we asked them to stop judging for 2 months. As soon as we announce it, they don't judge anymore. If you ever noticed, like, you won't see them on the docket. You won't see them judging at all. No.
Dang. I get it though. I absolutely get it.
Letter of acceptance, Master Chris. This dude is probably employee of the month right now.
I mean, he's
Oh my gosh.
laying it on. He wants that job, man, that job. That's what he wants.
It's a great job.
I would never. I would never.
You need to learn to grovel better, I think. I think your groveling skills suck.
It's not groveling. It's just the title. It's like if I call you Mrs. Amanda, why is that groveling?
I'm messing with him. You I adore. Like him, maybe not.
He's just like anti-Adam wanting to be employees.
Oh no, I'm all for it.
That's what it seems to me too. That's what it seems to me
Wait,
too.
how does Adam say?
Huh?
Does Adam say brother or brother?
Adam's
definitely higher.
test. What do you say?
Oh my
I
god!
do. You said brother. That was good. You said brother. We gonna probably need a second interview.
Tire turning wrenches for real. Oh, my guess is it's an ER.
It's an ER,
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
he's Southern.
so it's a hard ER.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
For brother. Yeah. No, my motherfucking brother.
Yeah, rolls the R.
It's, but
Hard ER.
you'll
man.
appreciate it. I think you'll really like it.
Oh,
That
What
is
are you
hilarious.
drinking out of? Are you a Viking? What the fuck is this? Flat? What are you drinking out of?
It's
Yeah, what is it?
it's a thermos. It's a tumbler. I can
Do you
actually.
just use thermoses in your house? You don't have cups? You don't have a cup?
It's
You know what a cup is?
I do. I've got a whole like cabinet full of them. But no, I do this so that you can't actually see what I have in it, like you can with a glass.
What
What's
are
in
you
it?
drinking?
Beer.
How
I'm
nice.
straight.
Do you drink beer? Beer is so disgusting. It has got to be one of the top nastiest things ever created to drink.
So is Caleb, but we still have him hosed.
That is true. That's really messed up. Why are they attacking you? Caleb, are you an RN? Are you wearing scrubs? Are you a nurse?
No, Nike. This is a Nike dry fit shirt.
No, it was. You look like an LPN, not even RN, just an LPN. Just go to school on it. Like a fucking
Oh,
he can't even get fucking shots. You know what I'm saying? This mother just walking around with a clipboard. Anyway, continue.
Oh my gosh! Does anybody
I
Lord.
have
have not even
any
thought.
questions?
I have really got to go. I've got to call my girl.
What is it?
Go ahead. I need to call my girl soon because she doesn't know I'm doing this live.
Oh, well, I was about to find out if anybody else had any questions other than if Adam's getting hired or not. Anybody?
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey,
What the
Christopher.
hell? First of all, this is a horrible interview. You don't ever do that because it makes the guest feel horrible if no one asks. You know, like when your cast, does anyone have any questions and nobody says anything?
Well, because I mean, that's okay. Our format is something you should be very familiar with.
You're using that word very loosely. Format. That was some bullshit. Like, you have a script? What exactly is a format? Explain that to me because I've watched a lot of episodes.
It's very loosely. It's just we talk dogs, man. I'm sorry. We have some questions here and there. Other than that, we just talk dogs.
You didn't even really talk to me about dogs at all.
Yeah, we did a little bit.
Oh, I love it. Keep going.
All right, let me think of something else I can say before I get out of here. We got a lot of new things coming up in the ABKC. Where the cane corsos are going to be shown a little bit more. We're hoping to get Dobermans in the ring a little bit more. We have a couple of breeds we want to be introduced. I got to give a big shout out to Aaron Lee. Aaron Lee passed away a couple of weeks ago. He's from Europe. Got to give a big shout out to him. He was when you go to other countries, it's so weird to meet people that are influential in those countries because you don't really know who they are. You know what I'm saying? But Aaron was a really good guy. Shout out to him. I'm trying to think of anything else I need to say before I go because y'all only have me back every 2 to 3 years.
Oh my God.
Will you come MC Cinco de Mayo Bull? Ooh, I think that's not one of mine. That's not ABKC, right?
She's adding into ABKC. Adding into ABKC next year. She was actually inquiring about you being the MC for it next year, the beginning of the show. So get with
Where
Candy
is it at?
Avila.
What city?
It'll be in
Alabama.
Birmingham.
Candy's from Alabama.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I used to do Birmingham shows a lot. Birmingham's only literally like 2 hours from my house. I would love to MC that show if all the criteria matches. And it's not that I don't like other registries, it's just that I MC on the ABKC events.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
No,
ABKC.
so Candy, reach out to Chris. Get it.
Just so you before you do Candy, my price range pretty much from about $800 to $1,000. I always tell people that way they don't call and they're like, "Will you do it for free?" No.
Yeah. Oh, she said, yeah, it's Andalusia. It's Andalusia.
A lot of people
Alabama.
ask me like, they'll be like, "Will you MC for a free booth?" No.
No.
We'll buy you dinner. Don't no. Cold hard cash. That's the way it works.
Buy me dinner. Yeah, no. Still not.
You know what? You know what? I'm on this episode. I'm telling y'all now. If people are more honest about everything, everything runs so much smoother in life. I think in the bully world, we sometimes get so caught up on not offending people about dogs. We feel like we have to go say, "Oh, this is a nice dog. This is fire. This is amazing." Because if we're not, we're a hater, or we're talking bad about something. I also think it goes for when we say, "Oh, I love this dog, but I don't like his head, or I don't like his front, or I don't like his tail, or whatever." Like, we have to really get out of this thinking in society that critiques are negative and hating. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very few times that we hate on anyone because there's no one in the world that any of us really want to be other than ourselves. For three of us here. Now, when we start thinking that we want to be, we're scared to give our opinions, we really slow down the breed all the way around. We go to dog shows every weekend, so we go to dog shows knowing that someone's going to have an opinion about our dog. And at the end of the day, at every show, only one dog is going to win and be best in show. Everybody else is going to lose at some point. They're going to lose to someone. And I think that's why, like, when I do interviews like this, I just tell people to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a fear of being canceled. Don't have a fear of being ostracized or kicked out of the ABKC or kicked out of some group. Because if that happens, they don't want you in the group anyway. I hate when I tell people this all the time. I hate when I'm the smartest person in the room. So, it happens often. But I
doubt it.
Because if you're the smartest person in the room, you're really not learning anything.
You're absolutely
what I'm saying?
right.
You're not learning anything if you're the smartest person in the room. So I tell people I pride myself on learning from everyone. And normally, even like Caleb, like clearly I'm more intelligent, but there's a lot of things I learned. There's a lot of things that I can learn from Caleb, like not to wear that color blue. You know what I'm saying?
It looks like a scrub.
Don't shine a light directly on your forehead if it's that size. These are all things that I learned. You know what I'm saying? But no, what I'm saying is we can learn from everyone. No matter how long I've been here, no matter how long I've done something, I can learn from Amanda. I can learn from Caleb. I can learn from Bruce. Everyone. I can learn from anyone. And we have to get more on that. It's not like, well, Bully's been around for infinity, so he knows everything. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's really not that way. This person said, he hates being the smartest person in the room as well. Adam, that's why you're employee of the month.
I love it.
He's saying everything right.
Even with Dave, me and Dave have disagreed on a lot of things over the years. I think that you can disagree if you have a high level of respect for people. At Marathon, people asked me there were people passing out flyers, putting them on cars and for other registries. Like, "Oh man, were you pissed off? That's so messed up." Why? I took it as a compliment. Like, there's a lot of people at my show. You should advertise it. I'm never advertised. I mean, don't go to an empty parking lot and do it. It's kind of crazy. They said, "Damn, I'm old." Amanda Winchester said, "Amanda, I'm so sorry. Amanda wanted me to take pictures of her dog, Armani, in Canada, and I wasn't able to do that. But I would love to take pictures of your dog the next time I see you. What? Have you seen my photos? They're pretty dope.
I'm shaking my head in disappointment that you didn't make it happen. That's it.
That I didn't get an admin?
That you didn't take the pictures. That you didn't take the pictures of the dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was disappointed, too.
Yeah.
She said, "That's okay. We were all busy. I love seeing you show in the ring." Amanda got to see me show in Canada. I showed her in the ring in America.
Ring? What is this? Does anybody have a live?
Did you win?
Of course I won. I mean, I'm an amazing handler.
You might have flipped
I am.
over a couple tables if he didn't win. So
Amanda, do you think I did a great job in the show? I was free stacking. I was on point. Amanda will answer this in a second. Amanda, on a scale of 1 to 10.
I want to see video.
Yeah, Pixar didn't happen, man. I don't believe it. Pixar didn't happen.
No, Amanda,
So what were you?
on a scale of 1 to 10, how well did I handle? She's going to answer this on a scale of 1 to 10. I guarantee you it's a 10. It was phenomenal.
Well, okay, so what
You're
we're
answering
showing
the question that you're asking for her.
I mean,
and
it's taken
now
a long
it's gonna
time.
be-
She answered it. There's a delay.
Well, okay, so what there has to be. There has to be. No, so what were you showing?
I was showing an American Bully in the 1 to 2 pocket female class.
Nice. You were good at that.
7.5 or 8. Hey, I like her. I like her.
He is not employed at the moment.
First of all, I was exhausted when I was showing.
Oh, here it comes.
Were you wearing that velvet suit again in a hot building?
Oh.
No, I didn't have on my velvet suit. I just had on a regular polo, and I appreciate Amanda because Amanda gave an honest answer, and it means that I got a lot I can work on to get better. Because she said I was a 7.5 to 8, and everyone else was probably a 6. That's really what she said.
She did not say that. Don't put words in her mouth.
She said, "You helped me. I miss you, and I remember telling me how to stack gyro." Yeah, I did. I did help. I help a lot of people, Amanda. It's something that I pride myself on. A lot of people don't.
Oh, gosh.
What I am. I'm very helpful.
You are.
I'm very helpful. I this show in Canada, I was helping everyone. I was helping people with their getting their champion points. I was helping people contact the office. I mean, you ain't Paulina, but you were Wayne. I mean,
I love this. I love Amanda. Continue.
Great talk, Paulina. Look, man. It don't matter if Hannah's in there. When Bullet Kid is in there, it's always like it's hard being me because everybody wants to beat me. You know what I'm saying? So when I come in, you can tell everybody's on their best game. I'm really not. Like, obviously, I raised the competition.
I love it. That is funny.
You never thought about this? Have you ever been so good that you know everyone just wants to compete against you?
Yes. Yes.
I was in the pocket
My whole life.
female class. There were people bringing in males. There were people bringing in XLs. Everybody wanted a piece. Everybody was like, "Can I just compete against you?"
Hey, hold on.
I'm
she's giving you words of encouragement. What matters is you tried and gave it your best.
Oh, it's a
That's all that matters.
Hold on, let me stretch real quick.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry. I had to stretch real quick just so you guys know.
Oh no.
Anytime I try to do my best, I do my best sometimes. It's just one of those.
Oh no.
Oh,
It happens. But yeah, those are probably about 12 years old. I've been doing this for a minute, but I'm not one to brag.
yeah.
Shoulders hurting. Oh, my shoulders.
He's trying to show off the painting that he did. That's the painting that he did.
That my daughter did. That my daughter did.
Oh,
It
no.
was out of sip and paint. Just sip and paint. You never went on a sip and paint?
Was it really
Amanda,
a sip
your
and paint?
husband ever went on a sip and paint?
What now?
So you're saying
It's like
she
a
was
date.
drunk while she did it? That's what you're saying?
No, we went on a sip and paint. Have you
Yes,
ever went
I've
on a
done.
date
Yes,
like a sip and paint?
I have done a sip and paint, and mine are always horrific. It's like they look nothing like the lady. The lady makes it look so easy. She's over there Bob Rossing. I'm over there like a bottle of wine deep, going. It's like I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's good. What about you, Caleb? You never took the wife on a
this
sip and paint?
painting that Christopher did. It looks nothing like what he was trying to do. Like, no, I've not done it.
You not done it. You should take your wife on a sip and paint.
I will.
You can't take her to Popeyes every anniversary, Caleb. Gets old. Loses
It's
the
Captain
fire.
Steve, all right? Listen.
He brings a candle. He brings a Christmas candle and lights it at the Popeyes table.
I can't.
Like,
Oh my God.
just a 2-piece. We're not trying to go broke.
Yeah,
here.
extra biscuits, baby, with some honey.
Ooh, you're a big spender.
Order whatever you want on the menu, baby. I got it.
Oh
Whatever
gosh.
you need, man. That's good. Anyway,
Man, it's
I
always a
appreciate
pleasure.
you guys so much. Yeah, it's always good to be here, man, when you guys come on and do this. Oh, shout out to Stephanie. Stephanie's an amazing trophy
Oh
person.
gosh, yes, the trophy plug.
Amanda, we did talk about the book earlier. For anyone that is inquiring about the book, I have literally 2 chapters left. It's been edited and proofed, and big shout out to my publicist, Sarah Ann. She's amazing. She pushed me really hard on this project, so I'm excited. She doesn't even own Bully, so she just wanted you guys to have something that I write at the best of my ability, so that will be good. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, real quick,
Oh, your wife said she
Nakaya,
likes me
hush.
more and more every
Don't
time.
you ever say
Did
some
you hear your
bullshit like
wife?
that again.
Caleb, you will never be AI'd again if you keep talking like that. Nikila, you don't have to, Mrs. Weddle, you do not have to collect this man again to make him beautiful.
Oh, shoot.
Look, I hope she just got some frozen so she never have to go through that horrific experience.
But no, man. Hey, I'm personally looking forward to your book coming out. I would actually like a signed copy of it. It would be an honor.
Yeah, you know what? A
seriously,
lot of
'cause I
people
love
been
what you're
requesting
doing, man.
signed copies. I just want you to pay for it, unlike your booth in Atlanta.
We paid for
You just
one,
do that.
not the other, like we said it too. So
Oh, he knocked
now he's
himself
out.
off.
Well, hey,
His phone
that
might
might
have
have been a
died.
blessing in disguise.
No, no, it's not. He's coming back on. He's coming for you that ass.
God. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Nakai, don't ever say
Yeah,
nothing like that.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
You know
Christopher.
what? I never knew that if you swipe the screen too hard, it would just hang up. Like, it's like amazing. You just swipe and it's like click. Sure, you said something horrible when I left, but that's okay.
He didn't get a chance to.
No, I came back quick because I knew he was going to say something. I was like, immediately.
Literally.
Yeah,
You were right
live.
Yeah,
But you know
no,
what?
there's
he's coming slick.
Yeah, I do appreciate you guys. I think y'all have done a good job. I know you guys have been doing this longer than a year. I don't know if it's been 2 years or how long it's been, but it's been
coming up on 3 years. 3 years.
Okay, just let me give my compliment and don't interrupt. What the fuck? No one asked you exactly the date. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
God dang it, Caleb. You know, you just ruin everything. You know what I'm saying? You really are the pre-ejaculation of this show. Just ruining everything. It's going so good. It's going so good.
Pre-ejaculation.
There goes Caleb. Pre-ejaculation.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry.
Now we're ruining everything. All right. This is late night, so I can say that. Anyway, I know how hard it is to do a show. I did one for a very long time, and getting up to do it every week, coming up with topics, coming up with guests. Sometimes you don't have a guest, and you just have to talk to the same people over and over. You guys all do a wonderful job, and it really does show the talent we have in this community. And I know how hard it is. I know how stressful it is. I know it's not easy doing it. And I love your format, even though I joked earlier. Being able to get people to talk, getting people to open up, you guys know it's very difficult. And not every interview is going to be as easy as mine. I make it very easy, I know. But you guys really bring out the best in your fellow hosts, because working with people with disabilities has always been a dream of mine. And to see y'all do it with Caleb every week has been like fucking amazing.
Oh my gosh. Get him off. Hey, Amanda, swipe the screen so he leaves. Swipe the screen.
Normally you just see them, you know, at the grocery store struggling with the buggies. And to see Caleb go from working at the Piggly Wiggly, pushing the car in, to coming on the show, and what y'all do for him is an inspiration to every local person in America. So from the little bus to the little screen, then y'all are the real.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we love you on that's for sure. Yeah.
We appreciate you, Caleb.
I really appreciate the compliment. Thank you for that.
Thank y'all so much.
It makes me feel really good. I don't know about Caleb, but I'm just running for you now.
Hang in there, little buddy.
Oh. Oh gosh.
Peace out, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much.
All right, man.
All right.
All
Bye.
right.
Why go cry myself to sleep? Bye.
All right.
You can take that lifetime shower, buddy. Night, y'all.